morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to another week in my teacher life. My name is Katie, and I am a fourth year first grade teacher, and I'm so glad you're here for today's video. Today is the Tuesday after Labor Day. I had such a wonderful and relaxing weekend. We watched football, we went on a hike, we cooked, we meal prepped, we laid on the couch and watched TV. It was a wonderful weekend, very restful, and now I'm coming in on Tuesday, and does anybody else ever feel like weekend amnesia? Like you come back in on Monday and you're like, I haven't thought about this place since Friday, and I'm feeling that like extra today because I didn't do anything school related. Like I cut out laminated stuff, but nothing that was like mentally taxing, and haven't really thought about it all weekend, which is good. It's a great boundary to set. But now I'm here early on Tuesday morning because I have morning duty on Tuesdays, and I need to just take anything that's in my backpack that I need to get out and put it around the room and make sure that I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started by turning things on in my classroom, and I'll show you some of the things that I did bring that I worked on this weekend, not like work, like I tore out pages from workbooks and I cut things. So I'll show you those and set those up. One thing I did do this weekend, because I had David's help and he's great at ripping out workbook pages, I took the next two math chapters. We're doing our shape chapter, and then we're coming back to chapter 1 and we're doing our adding chapter, and we ripped it out and sorted it by page. So here's page 1, here's page 2. That way I can use some of these for assessments and get some more grades in the grade book, but I'm also gonna staple one of these to the back of their homework for this week. I just think it's so much easier to go ahead and pre-rip it out and pass it out because their desks are already quite full, and so there's not really room for that workbook in there, and it's hard for first graders to find page numbers sometimes, so this kind of saves time in the long run. And then here's what their homework sheet looks like. It kind of looks silly because it's double-sided printing, but saving paper. It has the different things that they need to read, our high-frequency words for the week, which most of them are ones that they can read phonetically, because we're trying to use the science of reading, so that's kind of how we're sorting those out. We have our fluency word list. We're working on L blends this week, and then a passage they can practice with L blends as well. And now I'm just gonna staple one math paper to the back. Next thing I need to set up is Betty the bathroom bear. I'm going to take her and put her back in her spot. So I had never had a bathroom in my classroom before, and so I put out a little SOS on Instagram and needed some help from people to think of a routine, and this was one that somebody suggested that worked well. They used a different kind of stuffed animal, but here's how they use Betty. They can go to the bathroom anytime they want without asking, as long as Betty is here, and I have like a sign up there that says yes, just to train them on like good times to go and when is not a good time to go at the beginning. But all they have to do is put her on their desk, they go to the bathroom, they wash their hands, they put her back, and that helps them remember to wash their hands, because they're all like, ew, no, don't give Betty any germs, you have to wash your hands before you touch her again. So they've done really good at remembering that. And yes, I took her home and I washed her and I Lysol her like every single day, so don't worry, we're keeping it clean in here. All right, then I need to work on our word work center for this week. So that's one of the things I did this weekend, was I made these mats from a freebie online with all the blends on them, the L blends, and then I have the pictures to go with it. So he blows out the candle, so they'll have to match that to BL for blow. And yeah, so that's one of our centers. I need to get a baggie for that one. And then last week we did short A words in there. We did these at the small group table last week. So I'm going to put them in their independent center this week, and they can sort the pictures for short E. So that kind of gives them a choice. Some of them don't like to work with their partner, so they like to be able to work on them separately and then trade. So that gives them a choice at the Word Work Center. And this is where I'll be storing those workbook pages. I just put the Unit 1 or Chapter 1 in there. These are my old math cases that I used to store math games, and for right now, they're storing the workbook stacks. We have 12 chapters, so the other chapters that I only have, looks like I only have 6 of those containers because the other ones are being used elsewhere, so the rest of them are down here. Oh goodness, the rest of them are down here just stacked at the bottom because that was a place that I could find for them to fit. So that's kind of where I'm keeping the workbook pages. All right, that's about it for what I need to do before morning duty today. So now I'm just gonna sit and make my to-do list for the day. It was very nice. I left this here this afternoon and I came in and I did everything that was on the list. So that was really exciting. So I'm gonna just throw this piece away and make a new to-do list. That way during my planning and my breaks and after school, I'm ready to like be productive and get done what I need to get done, because I am trying to just leave at contract hours because I'm tired, and that's a good boundary. Like, leave at contract hours, get your stuff done during the day. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna make my to-do list and then the day will start and I will check in with y'all later. Hello friends, I am just now picking up my camera because I was trying to be extra productive this afternoon. So as soon as the bell rang and my students were gone and I had taken them where they needed to go, I came back, I graded all of my papers, I sorted them all in our mailboxes over here, and then I started plugging away at my to-do list. And the biggest thing that I had on my list was I sent home homework today, which was really exciting. I have forgotten it like the first 3 weeks, and I was like, I am sending homework home because parents were asking. And so I sent it, and I sent out a message on Remind to all my parents so they would know that it was sent. This is what I saw on my phone. After I did so, I set that alarm last week on Friday, told my Siri to set it for me. And I didn't even need it because I remembered it without the alarm. So it made me smile to see that alarm on there, that I had made it. And I remembered to send home homework. So that was the first one, was messaging parents about homework. And then the other big thing that was on my to-do list was to put my plans for math and reading for next week into Plan Book. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, but I type them into Plan Book. I'll kind of show you what my Plan Book looks like. So here's kind of what my plan book looks like. It's got our schedule for the day, and anything that's in bold is a template that's already in there, so I can just kind of go in and put in what our focuses are, what we're working on, and then I really needed to enter the math lessons. So I did that. And then the next thing that's on my to-do list is to type up math journal questions for next week. And honestly, that's something that I could do if I came in like 5 minutes early in the morning. Tomorrow morning, I don't really have to get it done this afternoon. And I was trying to leave right at contract time. I'm pretty close. I'm 9 minutes over right now. So I will probably save that and either do it at home. I might even ask David, because I try to make it like match the phonics. So for learning about L blends, it's like word problems with L blends. So sometimes I even pick David's brain. I'm like, give me a word that starts with a P and an L with the pull sound, and he'll give me one and I'll throw it in the math problem. So I've got to work on those word problems, and I'll probably do those at home or tomorrow morning because it is time to get out of here today. It's been a long day. It was good, just to update you. It was a pretty decent day. The morning was like super smooth and super awesome. We started teaching L blends this week, which can be like I feel like we flew through short vowels. Personally, I'm like, I would like a week on each short vowel, but we kind of did them all together for 2.5, 3 weeks. And I'm like, that's like a big rock. Like, first graders need to know short vowels. So I was a little worried, but now we're still doing short vowels. We're just adding the L blends, and they rocked the L blends. Like, I sat at the table, I made the L blend sound. They wrote what they heard on their boards. And from what I could tell today, everybody could hear the sounds. Like, if I said pull, they could write the P and the L, or full, they could write the F and the L, and they heard them, which is like the first step. If they can hear the sound, then we're off to a great start for reading and writing them. So I was very impressed. All in all, a great day, and I'm hoping that tomorrow, which is Wednesday already, yay, I'm hoping tomorrow will be a great Wednesday as well. Good morning, happy Wednesday. That feels like a Tuesday because we didn't have school on Monday. So confusing, but I'm glad it's Wednesday. It's going to be a great day. I have 2 things that I'm going to get done this morning before the kiddos come in. Came in a little later because I didn't have morning duty, so I've got a little time to get some things done. First, I need to put out our math journals and cut the math journal question because I just didn't do that before I left yesterday. And then second, in a couple days, as I was planning ahead for math, I realized we're going to need some shape cutouts. So I had my coworker send me the file and where I could access that from the curriculum. So I'm going to print out some of those shape cutouts. I think I'm going to do it on cardstock so they last a little longer. And I think I have some Astro Bright cardstock, some colored cardstock. If I don't, then I'm just going to do it on regular Astro Bright paper. because I want them to use it at their desks, but I don't want them getting all their shape. I can just see it now. That's my circle. He took my rectangle, because they're all gonna be white and they're gonna match. So we're gonna do them in colors, and I really wanna try to print them today because I want the kids to cut them out. I might give them like a page today to cut and a page tomorrow to cut to like build their shape bags, because I don't want to cut out all these shapes, but also it's good fine motor and scissor practice for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started so I can get all of that done before the students get here. So here are the shapes that I'm gonna print, and then I did find some cardstock Astro Bright, so I'm gonna print them on there so they'll have some time to cut them at the end of the day. All right, they turned out pretty good. I went ahead and put them in my Wednesday drawer because I'm hoping we'll be able to cut them this afternoon at the end of math. That's about it for this morning. I got all of my stuff done. On Wednesdays we have planning meetings. So today it's a grade level meeting. Last week it was a planning with the coaches. So today it's just a grade level meeting in my room. We also go to the library. So we're gonna try out our library book bag again. It worked pretty well last week. So I'm excited to do that after they come back from special area. And then that'll make our afternoon kind of crammed because we're gonna try to get reading and math in there. With our computer lab and our new intervention block. So we'll see how the afternoon goes. Fingers crossed. At least we have a lot of things, so there won't be any like downtime. It'll be busy, but hopefully that'll help. But I will check in with you guys later, let you know how the day went, and if there's anything else that I gotta get done. In case you were wondering how the day went, here I am with my head on my desk at the end of the day. I think Wednesdays are wild because we have our media center visits, and then we have to put so much instruction in the afternoon. So when we come back from lunch and we have recess, then we have to do reading, we've got to do math, we've got to do computer, and we do our intervention, and it's all like back to back. Of course we have snack in there. Like I put breaks in there, y'all. I swear there are breaks in our day. But it's a lot of sustained instruction, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I give plenty of breaks. But yeah, I think that's what makes Wednesdays a little bit more wild than usual. Also today was pouring down rain, and with outdoor hallways, it's hard to get anywhere because when they go outside, they're all like, oh my gosh, it's raining, and then they're touching the rain and trying to run in the rain. I'm like, yo, we're in a hallway. Like, you got to stand on the line and walk the right way. I can't have you running off in the rain. So yeah, that added a little bit to the craziness. And we had indoor recess again, which actually went really well. They do fine in indoor recess, which I'm very surprised. I'm hoping I'll be able to add some more options, and like today I let them take the poppets and play with them wherever instead of just playing at their desk. So we're gonna like gradually release and give some independence there, but like they were fine. They got to do all their stuff. That's why I was like, why are we not focusing now? It's time to do reading. You literally went to the library, then to lunch, then to recess. You can't give me 5 minutes to work on these blends and reading. I don't know. So any advice there would be great. But that's it. I'm working on my to-do list. I have a stack of papers that I'm taking down to the copy room. I've got their homework for next week. I'm trying to get ahead. I'm trying to do like something for today and something for a week or two in advance every day to get ahead. And then I've got some end blend papers, and these aren't for next week, but they're for the next week. Look at me getting ahead. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so here's like our end blends. These are copies that I had from my old school, and it makes me kind of sad because I miss my old school. But anyways, I'm glad I kept resources. Yeah, so I'm gonna go put these in the copy room, and then I'm gonna go home because I'm tired and I wanna go home. But at least today was Wednesday, 2 more days, and then it's the weekend again. Good morning, happy Thursday. I am here a little later than I was yesterday. It's 7:30, so I've got a bus to move before contract hours start. and before I go pick up my kids. I've got a couple of things to set up, some things to turn on around the room, and then we'll be ready to go. So not much to share this morning, but I did want to share this. Hold on. Okay, do you remember these from yesterday morning that I printed out? Guess who completely forgot to have her students cut the shapes out? Me. And I went home and I put yesterday's footage in and I started editing it into this vlog, and I watched my morning footage and I was like, I totally forgot that I printed those. And we had time that we could have done it yesterday and it would have been a great use of time. And I just forgot. So we're gonna have to fit this in to today. I was like, how did I not even, had no clue, no memory of it until I watched myself printing them via video. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. So this is on the schedule for today again. And then I wanted to show you my outfit before the day started. Okay, I hope you can see it. I'm really channeling my Joanna Gaines vibes today with my earrings right here. But I'm wearing this Old Navy dress. It's like one of the midi dresses. And I love this print. It's like a green floral, but I don't usually wear it to school unless I wear a denim jacket because it has like the spaghetti straps, and I'm not wearing a denim jacket in September in Florida when we go outside and our hallways are outdoors. So I hadn't worn it yet, and then I jumped on the bandwagon and tied the T on top like a lot of people do to make it look like a skirt, and I am obsessed. It looks so cute. So here it is again. I got that midi dress, and then this is just like a plain black luxe tee from Old Navy, and I just tied it on top. So now it's like a skirt and dress combo paired with my Joanna Gaines earrings. So I'm super excited about this outfit. Woohoo, I feel like I can twirl around in my skirt. But that's it. I'll check in with you guys at the end of the day. You are looking at the face of a teacher who is ready to go home. We just finished our faculty meeting this afternoon. I'm exhausted. I'm going home. I did, however, set the stuff up on my table so tomorrow morning it's ready to go because I'm already anticipating needing a coffee to pump me up on a Friday morning, and that might put me getting here a little bit later. So morning journals are ready, set out, good to go. I am heading out.
Good morning. I have a mobile order for Katie.
Katie, full board.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Have a good one.
It is Friday. I am so excited for another weekend. We made it to the end of the week. It's been a difficult week, but today my mindset coming in is I'm going to remember that the first grade team teacher, woo, that the first graders in my classroom are still 6 years old. They're still little, they're still kids. And so I'm just going to enjoy them today, get to know them a little better. I've definitely been working on relationships, but this was something I thought about last night. There's just so much pressure to get content, and I've definitely been trying to form relationships and doing things to form relationships with my kids. They all know each other really well because there's only a few first grade classes, so they've all met each other. They all live close together. So their community has already been built, and I'm coming in as somebody new who doesn't really know them that well, and so I'm trying to build relationships with these kids. But at the same time, we're trying to implement the science of reading, and we're trying to get them to be blending words, and we've already passed short vowels and we're moving on. And for me, that feels like weight. It's like, oh gosh, we're on blends. Oh gosh, we're doing end blends in 2 weeks and we still can't read short vowels, and oh gosh. And I feel like I've just not been doing a good job of handling that pressure myself. And it kind of shows, if that makes sense. I don't know. I was just kind of trying to think about it. And I'm just going to remember that they're kids today, and we're going to learn something new. And we may not be fluent readers by the end of the day, and that's not the goal. The goal is the end of first grade. so we still have a lot of time to work on it. And like at my teacher table today, I'm doing their little fluency check assessments on L blends, and usually I have like a paper for them to work on quietly while they wait, and I haven't prepped one yet, and so I'm gonna let them draw a picture of something that they want to draw a picture of, and then after I finish the assessments, I'm gonna chat with them about their pictures because they're 6 years old. I'm just gonna let them draw what they want, and that'll give me a chance to have conversations with them afterwards and just have fun at the teacher table today and let them know that it's a fun place to be. But yeah, anyways, that's just like a long ramble, and it was something that I was thinking about last night, is like I need to do better at balancing the pressure of teaching all this content and then remembering that these kids are little and they aren't gonna get it overnight. And I know that, I've taught first grade for years, but it's just like all of the responsibilities and requirements and curriculums and things, if you aren't careful, they can just weigh you down. And so that's my TED Talk for the morning, for this Friday morning. We're gonna make it a good day. I got my Dunkin' coffee this morning. I knew I was gonna get coffee, so my math journals are ready. And I'm about to go listen to a song on YouTube while I'm getting my classroom ready, because we have an amazing crosswalk security officer who's here every morning, and he gives us mints every morning and chats with us, and he recommended a song called Finally Friday by George Jones, and he's like, if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. It's a Good Friday song. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna come in and put that on the board and listen to it while I just get stuff ready for the day. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna continue to make my checklist. I'm gonna make my checklist. I've been making one for the weekend so I can get some things done to get ahead, and I'll make one for today as well. And that's about it. Happy Friday. All right, I got a good start. That wasn't a lot of footage of me getting things ready, but I turned on my board, and oh my goodness, I haven't played the song. Okay, I'm about to go look up the song, and then I made the list of words for our dictation quiz today. We're not doing spelling words because of the science of reading. Instead of them just memorizing a word list, we're doing regularly spelled words that focus on our phonics skill. So this week was L blends, and we've learned short vowels. So I made a list of L blend words with short vowels that they can encode using the phonics skills that we've been learning. So it's kind of like a dry quiz, but not really, because they've also had those words for homework all week. We've been practicing them all week. So it's like a show me what you know thing. And then I pulled out our little phonics quiz. This goes with our Wonders curriculum. So I'm not using the sight words at the bottom, but the top has all of like the L blend words, and I'm gonna have them read those for me just to see kind of how we're doing with decoding words with L blends. And yeah, I'm gonna go turn on that song and just kind of listen to it for a little bit to pump me up for my Friday. But other than that, like, I'm good to go. I've made my list for today. I'm feeling confident. I'm gonna give them all big hugs when they walk through the door. It's gonna be a good day. Hey y'all, let's just say the Friday positivity has worn off. It was still a rough day. I feel stuck. That's my reflection. The coffee was my glimmer. That was my glimmer of the day. I'm gonna sort papers into data binders that are over here, because I have a lot that have stacked up that I did today and last week that I need to sort. And then I'm gonna go home. Okay, I sorted papers, and I am leaving right at contract time because we're going out of town this weekend. We're going to Auburn to watch the football game. And to say I've been living for the weekend is an understatement this week, because I have totally been living for the weekend. I cannot wait to go to Auburn and to watch the football game, to be with my friends. It's gonna be great. So, yep, I've got a long weekend to-do list. You can see right here, lots of things that I want to get done. All of them will just put me ahead, so they're not really like absolutely dire need necessary things, but I can work on some of them in the car. And yeah, so they'll put me ahead and help me feel better in the next coming weeks because I've got a lot of meetings and stuff coming up. And yeah, I feel like a balloon that's just been like depleted. Like, I'm out of energy, so I'm just gonna end the vlog here. And thank you so much for watching. I don't even know if this was entertaining or interesting or anything at all. But it was a week in my teacher life, and thank you guys so much for joining. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to join. I'm posting a lot of teaching content, week in my life, fun things coming up ahead. But yeah, that is it for this week's vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one. Heading out of town!